Alright, so tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and I don't know what you guys like to do for the holidays, but during the entire month of December, I usually enjoy listening to Christmas music and watching Christmas movies, old and new. So if you're looking to put on a Christmas movie, here are my top 5 favorites that I would recommend. Well, more like my top 4 favorites, but you'll see why. So starting off at my 5th spot, and for the horror fans out there, I'm gonna recommend my favorite holiday horror movie, the original 1974 Black Christmas. It was literally Halloween before Halloween ever even came out. Billy is beyond creepy as the antagonist, the story is horrifyingly plausible, the characters are all likable and normal personalities. It's one of the few slashers that are actually unsettling to watch, and it feels more Christmassy than Halloween feels like Halloween. Also, it's a better movie. Moving on, we got a classic holiday story from Charles Dickens, but more specifically, the 2009 animated version of A Christmas Carol. It's simple. I grew up watching it. I love Jim Carrey. The story is so powerful and real. I personally love the semi-lifelike animation, even though I know most people don't. And what I especially love about this movie is that even for an animated kids movie, it doesn't shy away from fully diving into the sad and dark creepiness of many scenes, yet they still balance out the overall atmosphere with light humor, heartfelt moments, and a well-written, more than deserved redemption arc. It's just a nice, uplifting watch. Every single year they would play Christmas movies on ABC Family, but the weird thing is whenever we turn on the TV on Christmas Eve, it would always be playing a specific sequel. So I grew up watching this sequel more than the actual original. That sequel is my 3rd place spot, which is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. After eventually watching the original, bias or not, I still personally feel they did everything bigger and better. I love snowy cities and Christmas movies. The New York setting makes Kevin's situation a lot more dangerous. The new supporting characters are all memorable and hilarious. The Wet Bandits are back, dealing with even more fun and wild traps. And for me, I felt much more emotionally moved by the ending of this film than I did for the original movie. Honestly, it's still truly just an excellent sequel. At 2nd place, I got the 1966 animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas. When it comes to how I personally see Christmas, this story is exactly it. It has the beautiful message that the gift-giving aspect of Christmas is not needed and should not be important. Now don't get me wrong, we do give out gifts in my family, but for me, when it comes to actually celebrating Christmas, all I need to have a good Christmas is to put on some Christmas music, maybe a Christmas movie, and most importantly, spend the night hanging out with a bunch of my friends and family, which is exactly what this story is about. It's a classic, it's quick, vibrant, comforting, compelling, and given the limitations, it truly has no flaws and remains vintage Christmas perfection. However, it isn't my favorite version of the Grinch's story. That would instead be my all-time favorite Christmas story, the live-action 2000 adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I watched this movie 1,000 times as a kid. I even watched it again in theaters for its 25th anniversary re-release, and it still confidently remains my favorite Christmas film of all time. Every character is unforgettable, the production design and practical effects are absolutely iconic, the story is incredibly heartwarming, there are some still decently emotionally powerful scenes that sneak up on you, and still to this day, the comedy is still extremely effective for children and adults, especially because of the impressive, hilarious, energetic, and again, legendary work from the phenomenal Jim Carrey. So yeah, those are my top 5 favorite Christmas movies. I recommend you guys check them out, and happy holidays.